All right, so I was just at Le Cordon Bleu in the Kaohsiung University for hospitality, and they gave me the kitchen knives here, and just want to go through what I'm seeing just out of the beginning. Okay, first up what we're seeing here, I think the best example is this knife that has the note basically saying she doesn't want this space here, the bolster. Pretty used knives, you can see. But again, I haven't touched them, this is straight out of there. So of course we'll bring that bolster back, make everything straight so they can cut again. As it hits the cutting board, there's this gap that creates an angle between, so it's not actually cutting the food back here. So in this case, we're just going to take the bolster straight down, clean it up a little bit. Not going to remove too much more than that. Maybe come back a little further on it, but then and basically just sharpen it up. I'm a little bit ahead still, so I'm going to come back a little bit more, and then we're going to start cleaning up that bolster. You see how much of a square tip we've got here. So we've got to melt that back in, otherwise it's just a square knot. Okay, so clean that up. We rounded this over. We got a little bit, we're even now. They're actually a little bit behind. So that will give us a little bit more clearance when we go to sharpen it. It'll even out as we sharpen that. You can see how where it was missing before, there's a little bit of the corner there, and that's the most difficult part. So we'll do that on the other grinder. So right now it's pretty clean. Clean that up a little bit. Get rid of any burr. So we'll take it over to the other grinder now. So now we're just going to come across and actually sharpen that up. So we'll take this down and even it out. We're even to the edge on both sides. Now we'll just clean it up a little. I took a few extra passes because what happens is inevitably the bolster area here is really thick, and that transition to the blade is thick, so it just takes a bit more to get that heel right to the corner there. The edge is just above the bolster here, so that's what we want. So it gives us a little bit of play on that. We could come back and take the bolster down a little bit more actually, but I think we're okay for now and for this round, and then next time we can modify as necessary. So all right, now we'll take it to the next step. Because this is a commercial job, a commercial sharpening, what I like to do is still come to the stone and get rid of any of the burrs that were there from the belts, and then I'll buff it. It's called the zoop zoop method. So I find that coming off the 1K stone, either a Chocera or, you know, this is a chocolate bar, 901 chocolate bar, 1K. So I find that it just cleans it up enough and allows the buffer to do its job, and you get a really nice finish, which I'll show you in a bit. So, okay, so here we're just gonna clean it up. We're not really worried about sharpening because it's sharp. I'm just cleaning up the burr that's there and getting rid of some of those scratches from the belt. Okay, now we're ready for the belt. All right, so we're gonna use the buffer here. I've got my compound down there. Alright, so just that quick buff. This is a nice matte finish on here actually. So here, and then we'll come over here and test it real quick. So for what it is, for a kitchen, for a commercial, for a school, more than enough for, you know, good enough. There it is. So fixed up. Now the bolster will work. It won't be hitting. And this person can cut again with ease.